Shabbat Shalom. Parsha Terumah, the Parsha opens up by Daber Hashem Moshe Lemor, Daber el Bnei Yisrael, V'ikhu li Terumah me'et kol ish asher yedavenu libo, Tikhu et Terumati, V'zot Terumat asher tikhu. The Parsha goes on to then state the famous pasuk, V'asu li mikdash v'shechanti b'tocham. The formulation of the pasukim here are strange. Normally, we would expect to see that Hashem would say, Daber el Bnei Yisrael v'amarta elehem, tell Bnei Yisrael what they need to do. Instead here, Daber el Bnei Yisrael in a softer language, and it says, Daber Bnei Yisrael v'ikhu li Terumah. Take for me a Terumah. Why is the Parsha formulated in such a way? Says Manitou, because when we seek and we think about a Terumah, a donation, it's something which needs to come from inside. It's something that I need to give of my own ratzon, of my own desire, because this is something which I feel deeply connected to. When Moshe speaks, Daber el Bnei Yisrael, he's not commanding Am Yisrael to bring Terumah. Rather, he's speaking a language which allows them to internalize the message such that they feel like the Terumah they're giving is coming from its truest source, from them itself. Says Manitou that that's the essence of who Moshe Rabbeinu is. When we think about the Torah and the values of the Torah, they are something which are chitzoni, something which are external to us. The Midrash tells us that Hashem went to the nations of the world, to the umot ha'olam, and they said, what's in the Torah? We don't want this. That's not our value system. That's not the way we want to live our lives. You need a Moshe Rabbeinu who's able to speak to a nation such that the nation doesn't view Hashem's commands and his Torah as being something external, but as something which comes from within. The Midrash says, V'ikhu li Terumah, that what does this mean? It says, Torah tzivalanu Moshe morasha kihilat Yaakov. It says Rabbi Samai, don't read it morasha kihilat Yaakov, ela Yerusha kihilat Yaakov. Why Yerusha? Morasha shuv. Morasha is something which is external to us. Yerusha is something which comes from us, something that is deeply connected to us. It is that which we grew up with, the property that our parents raised us with, the values that our parents raised us with. That is something which is internal to us. Manitou says when it comes to the language and the formulation of this week's Parsha, it's Moshe Rabbeinu describing and telling us not that we have to give, but he's helping us understand and internalize why we ourselves want to give. When Moshe brings us the Torah from Hashem, he doesn't command us to keep the Torah. He uses the Lashon to help us understand that we want to keep the Torah. And that is the true essence of what it means to be a leader, to be a Rav, to be a Mechanech, to be a parent. To find the language that allows our children, our students, our congregants to be able to internalize the message that this is what I want. Because only when you really want and believe in the Torah itself can it have a true, fundamental, and authentic impact on you. Shabbat Shalom.